Today we are going to travel with you to the Tatra mountains. If there is a paradise in Poland, this is it. We will walk 20 atmospheric kilometers to the famous Morskie Oko, and at the end we'll climb even higher to an unpopular but even cozier spot in the Tatras. It's going to be fun, sometimes not so much, but the main thing is that it will be beautiful. Have a nice trip. Our starting point was Nowy Targ. To have enough time to visit all the planned sites in one day, we woke up at 4 am and were already at the train station by 5:30. The train from here to Zakopane runs every hour, and the trip itself takes 27 minutes, filled with spectacular landscapes and a cozy atmosphere. I'm really looking forward to our adventure and our hike, and so far I have plenty of energy. We'll see how it goes toward the end. I think we'll have an easy time at the start. We've been exploring the trail, but then it's going to get harder. However, I hope we have enough energy, the beer doesn't eat us, and everything will be fine.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher.
And here we are in the station in Zakopane, 0.5% of the way through. Yay! Our next destination was supposed to be a minibus that would take us to the entrance of Tatra National Park, but on the way we came across a cab. It turned out to cost 20 zlotys instead of 15, however this time we took a shortcut and didn't have to wait for anyone. Of course you can get there in your own car, but it's better to choose a minibus or a cab, otherwise you'll have to book a parking space in advance and it will cost much more. Well, here we are at the Tatra National Park. This is the only highland region in Poland, boasting rich natural beauty and naturally a super popular destination for tourists. The park is quite large and most of it, by the way, is located in Slovakia. It's now 7:42 on the clock and we are officially starting our hike into the mountains to Morskie Oko and beyond. We had already prepared in advance, applied sunscreen and put on Panama hats to avoid getting burned. It's still early in the morning, but already quite warm, and the sun is getting stronger. We also used a mosquito repellent because we saw that other people had already done it. And we thought, well, okay, let's be cautious. Here we go, enjoying ourselves with a bunch of people. The park itself has 16 hiking trails, ranging from easy to challenging. First we'll take the easy route, then move on to the more difficult one. While we head to the lake, let's briefly touch on the history of this place. For many centuries, the park remained untouched by humans. At some point, signs of nomadic cattle breeding appeared, but the greatest damage to Tatra nature was caused by the development of industry in the 18th and 19th centuries. At the same time, the Tatras became a subject of interest to scientists due to their national value. It was they who came to the defense of the park. As a result, an act was passed banning the fishing and extermination of alpine animals. Interestingly, former poachers also became guardians of Tatra nature. In 1954, the Tatra National Park was founded, and it has since become a refuge for many species of animals and plants. Meanwhile, an hour and a half has already passed since we started walking. In fact, it wasn't difficult at all because the road was easy, and now we've come down, or rather turned onto the stone path, and now we walk through this beauty in the forest. Please, there is still plenty of energy left. Yes, we're still holding on. There is an hour and 10 minutes left, and this path shortens the way to Morskie Oko by about 15 minutes. We could continue walking on the asphalt, but it's so beautiful here, I can't believe it. Our main goal for today is of course Morskie Oko, but we also plan to visit a couple of other beautiful spots if of course we have enough energy, because this park is full of natural attractions. There are lakes, caves, valleys, and maybe I missed something else. So today we have a packed itinerary. Let's see how long we can last. I also can't help but mention that Poland is incredibly diverse when it comes to nature. On one hand, it's washed by the Baltic Sea, and on the other, it's surrounded by mountains. Although the country is mostly flat, its mountainous regions are full of unforgettable spots. Besides the Tatras, Poland boasts 23 national parks, countless caves, forests, lakes, and even primeval forests. It's no wonder that Poles love to explore their own country. With such diversity, there is really no need to travel abroad in search of new experiences. Our last stop before Morskie Oko, and just look at the views. What a beauty! It's like living photo wallpapers. The horses are walking by. By the way, this is the final station of this carriage. After this, people have to walk. In total, we have about half an hour left. Let's take a short break. Все, закрываю глаза. Только мне страшно, что я врежусь куда-то. Мне кажется, я сейчас врежусь. Я врежусь кого-то. Какая интрига, мне аж страшно, у меня глаза немножко открываются.
В принципе, можешь открывать.
Amazing. I'm out of words. It's just so incredibly beautiful. Now we are near the largest lake in the Tatras, located at the foot of 3 peaks. Just to give you some context, this is a glacial lake, so it was formed by a melting glacier. Morskie Oko has a depth of 50 meters and is situated at an altitude of 1,395 meters above sea level. And if you think it won't get any more beautiful and you can safely turn off this video, well, no, you definitely shouldn't. By the way, swimming in the lake is strictly prohibited, and doing so will result in a hefty fine. You can even get up here on horseback, but it will cost you quite a lot. However, for lazy tourists, it's the perfect option. They'll lift you up and bring you back down. And just look at the color of this water, it's crystal clear, very transparent and beautiful. Up close, it looks absolutely incredible. You know, in places like this, you don't even want to say anything, you just want to watch, listen and be silent, because this is nature. The sound of the water is so pleasant, let's at least touch it. Wow, the water is cold. I really love to swim and I'm thirsty. In general, this place is cool and atmospheric. The only downside, and it's a huge one, is there are a lot of people everywhere, especially at the entrance. But if you are here, keep walking. You can't walk around the lake for 2.4 kilometers, so let's move on and find the more peaceful spot. Even here it's not very cozy, but there are still far fewer people than in other places. In general, to sum it up, I can say that the infrastructure here is well developed. I'm no longer surprised by anything. In Poland it's probably the same everywhere, at least in Zakopane. The paths here are well maintained. By the way, you can go off the designated pedestrian paths. There are also toilets available, although there is a fee near Morskie Oko, it's not surprising. And when we were walking along the trail, we came across toilets every half hour, so you can walk here calmly and relax. The path is very easy. As you can see, the road was simple, paved and very flat. Also, if you, unlike us, didn't come here without food, there are several restaurants where you can grab a snack. It probably won't be cheap, but it will definitely be atmospheric, with such views and in such a place. The path to the next place will be more difficult, but we are persistent people, so besides, it'll be double worth it. We will relax in a more comfortable and secluded spot and see Morskie Oko from above. The climb, of course, is not easy, but the waterfalls, views and surrounding nature all compensate for the difficulties. Also, in reality, all the muscle is hard and I'm constantly thirsty because there is water everywhere. At least there are few people here. This is the greatest thrill. Last steps to a new location. Very similar to Morskie Oko, but fewer people. Oh, well, it's definitely cooler here. So our next stop is Czarny Staw. I wouldn't say it's black, but it's still darker than other lakes in the Tatras due to the special green plants that grow on it. By the way, it's located below Rysy, the highest point in Poland, which is extremely difficult and dangerous to climb. So we haven't decided yet. I don't really want to fall into a deep pit or die from a rockfall. The summit is at an altitude of 2,499 meters, almost half a kilometer higher than Hoverla. I think you can already tell from the mountain itself that it's tough to climb because it's rocky and you need to bring helmets and prepare for anything. Also, there is snow there, which means it should be colder. Also, it's warm here. Yes, with such a view we haven't eaten yet. How beautiful it is here. Meat and a brown beer in the Tatras? Why not? The Tatra National Park is home to many animals, including deer, roe deer, whales, lynxes, and yes, brown bears. The most popular residents are the mountain chamois and marmots. By the way, the mountain chamois is so popular here that it has become a living symbol of the Tatras. Many people from Podhale associate it with freedom, and it has become the heroine of many stories and songs. We, as prepared tourists, took everything we could with us, so that we wouldn't starve, freeze, or face any other issues. And we advise everyone to stock up on at least warm clothes, food, water, a basic first aid kit, sunscreen, and hats. We actually packed enough food for 3 meals, plus 2 snacks and 3 liters of water. And no, that's not too much. Ideally, take a mat with you, because with it you can rest anywhere. Since we're talking about preparing for hikes, I'll share a couple of tips from personal experience. First, wear comfortable shoes and bring band-aids just in case. Second, prepare physically several weeks in advance so that your body doesn't experience extreme stress from long walks. And third, plan your route in advance. It may sound obvious, but not everyone calculates the distance and the time it will take. Also consider the changing weather and find out what to do if you encounter a bear. After all, hiking in the mountains is not an easy walk. There are risks and dangers here. In fact, no words can convey my delight from this place, and in general from the entire park, because, well, you need to see it, you need to feel it, and my vocabulary is too narrow to describe all the feelings. The place is great, and this lake, I like it a little more because there are far fewer people here, so it's quieter and calmer. Also, on the other hand, there is no toilet here. Well, okay, there is a natural one, but no regular one. And by the way, this is also an important plus. From here, from the top, you can see Morskie Oko in all its glory. If you look from below, you won't see all this beauty. So if you have the strength and the preparation, it's better to go up. It's not easy, and as you can imagine, we are tired, but it's definitely worth it.
We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
It was a difficult but very eventful hike in the mountains. We walked 20 kilometers and we'll walk another 15. And as a result, during this time we managed to see the incredible Morskie Oko, Czarny Staw, several waterfalls, and even the highest point in Poland. In general, we enjoyed the process and the nature of Poland, and actually we wanted to show you another beautiful place, but we realized that due to the time and energy constraints we wouldn't be able to do that. And in one day it's basically impossible to visit all the locations in the Tatras. And it's not necessary. It's better to visit 1, maybe 2 places in this park, so you don't rush, don't get tired, and at the same time have a good time. The whole adventure cost us 114 zlotys for 2, excluding food, and this is a small amount compared to the emotions, impressions, and memories you will get. Like if you are interested in experiencing this day with us, and write your impressions, thoughts, and questions in the comments. It was difficult to film while hiking, but I hope that thanks to this we were able to convey the beauty of mountainous Poland to you. And we'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye!